When I'm rich, I'm going to buy my mom the house, and I'm gonna have the car, I'm gonna have the items materially I've always wanted, and I'm not gonna take that away from you. But I wanna open your eyes to not only can you have what you've never had before, you can learn what you've never learned before. You got a multi-million-dollar check, but a minimum wage mindset to back it up. It's mindset, it's belief system. My number one job as your advisor is to work with you on what's going on between your two ears. Having worked with so many that have built wealth and sustained wealth, often there's just a different mentality, a different attitude. Part of that includes, what does it even mean to be wealthy? What does it mean to be successful? I talk to coaches and athletes, and they may have tremendous confidence in their ability to succeed within the sport, but a much weaker belief system in their ability to build and sustain their wealth off the court. I talk to a lot of people, they grew up in the inner city, in the projects, and they just didn't have a lot of examples growing up of people that really became successful in that regard. I'm here to reteach, I'm here to reimagine. What does it mean to be wealthy? What does success look like for you, and work with you within that conversation? People will come up to me and they'll say, when I make it, everything's gonna change. When I get drafted, when I get the new deal, when I get the coaching job, there's a point in time where everything changes. Yet, some of the most successful people I've interacted with, they don't think that way. They look at the journey, they look at the process. Each and every day, things change a little bit. There's not a point in time where everything changes. And if there is a liquidity event, if you come into money, you're a richer person, but you're not a different person. At the end of the day, money's just a resource. That resource is an opportunity. You can use it to become successful, whatever that looks like for you, but it's not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of the journey. Money's not loyal to you, and if you mistreat it, it will leave you. When I'm rich, I'm going to buy my mom the house, and I'm gonna have the car, I'm gonna have the items materially I've always wanted, and I'm not gonna take that away from you. But I wanna open your eyes to not only can you have what you've never had before, you can learn what you've never learned before. And in that learning, you can transform to the type of person who has that belief system where the wealth can grow. Great entrepreneurs, for example, contrary to what you might see, they were not overnight successes. It took time, it was a grind, it was a hustle. Each and every day they made incremental steps, and in that process of grinding and getting their face kicked in, they developed a belief system. So when they eventually came into lots of money, they knew how to handle it. Compare that to someone that's 21, 22, coming into all this money. They have the money, but they haven't had the chance to develop the belief system and the education behind it. So that's the point in time where I need to teach. I need to educate. And in that education, I talk about some of the most successful people carry themselves differently. They think differently. There's a different swagger. And it takes practice to develop that and develop those habits. But through that education, that focus on mindset, that's where you don't have to be another statistic.